Oh my god! They killed Kylo! Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Big Game Hunting. where this is my planning series for my alternate account. I want to show you guys kind of my thought processes as I'm trying to figure out exactly what we're doing with this account. You know, the alt is a big fun experiment, and you know, we're still have things we got to do in the game and accomplish things. We want to make as competitive of a roster as we can without going too crazy on Galactic Legends. However, we're getting too far behind on them, and I just can't keep up, frankly. And so we're gonna need to pick at least one more Galactic Legend. We normally have 2 Galactic Legends, and my opponents all have like 6, and pretty soon they're all gonna have 7, and we've got to do something about that. Like we gotta have a little bit of parity, right? And so today we're gonna tackle what should we do between the Kylo farm and the Jabba farm. It's not as clear cut as you might think. Let me show you just a little bit here, guys. We'll go into the game in just a minute. You guys can see a little bit more about my account, but for now, please help me mount the algorithm, guys. Hit the thumbs up button or comment. Do both, subscribe, whatever. If we could get to 15K subs, we could do something. Maybe I'll start promising some epic thing, folks. It would be really helpful and awesome if we could get to 15K before the year's up, and maybe we can do some kind of epic unlock thing. Who knows? We probably can't get there, but I would really appreciate it one way or another. Mount the algorithm, guys. Now, the history of this show, or it's not really a show, it's just a series, but you know, this account used to be, I didn't want to have a single Galactic Legend. I could use all off-meta counters to take out Galactic Legends. And I made a video somewhat recently saying it's back on the menu, like meat's back on the menu, boys, because Datacrons kind of allow that to happen if you want to invest. Now remember, my account is, I would say it's like minnow. Like we spend a little bit of money. Like we do the Conquest pack every month, for instance, but not much more than that. And so, you know, we're trying to be as efficient as we can, of course. And so, you know, the next one was, I was going to unlock Ben Solo. We don't have a Rey, though, so where does he go? You guys can go back and watch all these. You know, they're still there, of course. Then the most recent one was, what should we do between, who should we farm between a Grand Inquisitor or Supreme Leader Kylo? And so we ended up choosing Inquisitor, and I'll give you an update on how that is, but our farm is just about up, and we need to make a decision soon on who we're going to farm. And so that's what leads us to this current episode. What are we going to do? This account probably needs Galactic Legend. Which one should we do? And there's this really good argument, guys. This is just taken from my plan episode a few days ago, but just a slide. But this is a picture of the rewards you get for Smuggler's Run 2, which is the event that requires Jabba. And every single time you get it, it's about every 10-ish days that the event runs, you get 2 of what you're looking at in front of you, which means 2 6E mods automatically. You get 60 attenuators, and you get 40 of those little yellow things, the upgrade 6E, and I don't know the name still for some reason. Not to mention 12 mods that might turn into something good, or you know, might not, but still kind of nice to have. But you can only get that when you have Jabba, and the argument goes, and I think this has swayed a lot of people, in fact, I mean it swayed me too in a lot of ways, but getting Jabba, you almost can't afford not to, because you're getting all of this every single, I'm saying week, it's a little bit exaggerating to say that, but every 10 days, like let's say you get it every 10 days, then, you know, there's 365 days in the year, let's say 360, you're getting this 36 times in a year. If you're gonna play this game, I mean, the game's 7 years old, it could easily live for another 5 to 10 years. I mean, they've made it such that you can't, and think though, you're gonna get another 70 something 6E mods just for having Jabba in 1 year. Just for that. Like, you get other ones too, but just having Jabba, you get that. And so that, I mean, every account could use that, right? I mean, there's no account out there. I guess there's some of the Kraken accounts that don't need it because they've just spent money to buy all 6E, but otherwise, we all need 6E. You need it for pilots, you need it for stats. I mean, it's a really good deal, and you're gonna get behind if you don't have Jabba kinda soon, folks, kind of. And so, that being said, it's not as obvious maybe as I'm making it sound which one I'm going to do, because Jabba does seem like a great deal. He really, really does. There are a few other things that I have to show you guys that I want to make sure you understand. And of course, I want you guys to weigh in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are stuff. I'm willing to be swayed, to be honest. However, let's look at the browser first. We're gonna go to the madness. We're looking at the browser here. So what we're looking at here is, actually, we'll look at this in a little bit. What I want to show you guys is the total gearing requirements for for the various galactic legends. So here's what Jabba would require, folks. It's 2100 Carbanti, which isn't going to be as big of a deal but now, because it's, they're going to double it, but that's still quite a bit of Carbanti. There's a lot of stun cuffs, a lot of stun guns, and I don't have any of this just sitting on my roster. Like, if I have any of them, it's like 50 or 100, like not much at all. Kyrotech could take 1150 of one piece, and then a little bit farther on, 650 of another piece, the medpack salvage. Like, there's just a lot. There's a lot of pieces, guys. Not to mention, like, that biotech implant salvage, the gold balls here. That is really tough to come by, and I am at 0 of that. I don't have any of it. We need more of that than we need of gold balls, which is frankly frightening. So this is a lot of gear for Jabba. So, I mean, it's not ungettable, of course, but here's what it would take for Supreme Leader Kylo for me to farm him. I would need 700 of this kind of salvage. And of course, this isn't taking into consideration how much we need for the Galactic Legend itself, but they're all, roughly the same. Otherwise, we don't really need any of the other, like, we just need those shock prods, and that's about it. Because remember, Kylo is one of those characters that it's like all the characters are pre-Kylo. So we need 700 of those. Only 500 Carbanti. We still need a bunch of medpack salvage. I think the most daunting is we need 600 of the fusion furnaces. That's a lot. Though we could farm all that. I don't know. I wouldn't say, like, quickly, but we could farm it in time. I think, so we need the biotech implants, of course. And then we need all this stuff, but we don't really need any of the salvage, like the biotech implant. Oh, this is like the other piece for the salvage, isn't it? I don't know where that other piece is. We probably passed it already, but yeah, okay, we need 240, so that's a lot more palatable than the Jabba amount. Like, this is way less, guys, than Jabba. Not to mention, I mean, we probably need more, just about the same number of relics here. We can compare that too. Yeah, I guess Jabba we need a few less relics, actually, but at the end of the day, like, it's, so this is Kylo. We need 1700 and 1500, 1330. Yeah, so we need less to get Jabba, because he needs lower relic levels, but not too crazy egregious, though. Let's look at Sith Eternal as well. He's also another option, so, 850 carbs, the cuffs. We do need 660 biotech implant salvage, which is, it's a lot, guys. It's a lot. It's really tough to get this stuff, actually. Once you run out of it, it is really tough to get more of it. In terms of Cairo, we need 400 of one piece. We need, I think, 300 of another. Yeah. So, and honestly, Sith Eternal's really nice just because it's got a lot of pilots that I really want to be working on anyways, like Royal Guard, Tarkin. I'm sure there's like one more than that. No, I'm it's just he's a good farm for me. Like Darth Maul actually has a ship that I don't know, I don't love it, but it's good. Like the Marauder has the Bomber, which I want to get higher gear anyways, etc. So Sith Eternal's not a bad option either. Let's actually go into the game now, folks, shall we? Let's just do that. Whoa, madness, we're in the game? That is crazy. Wow. Wow. Wowie. Okay. So, let's see. Where are we, guys? Now, I'm going to show you what the progress we made since the last time we were here. So, here, real quick, let's go to the browser, and I'm going to show you. This is what I was saying. We're going to show you later. Hold on. Sorry, I'm all over the frickin' place, guys. I apologize. But, okay. Here we are. So, look at that handsome, young, responsible, respectable looking gentleman over there, over yonder, across the way. He's a fine looking fellow, and he's looking confused to be in the game. However, here's what we want to look at. This is what happened earlier this month. This is where my Inquisitors were at, and I've been focusing entirely on them. No gear anywhere else, which is very difficult for me on my alt. You know, we're at 7, we've been at 7.7 million, now I'm at 7.8 million GP, and I just, the reason we only have 2 GLs is because I'm not focused, because it's my alt, and I don't want to have to be focused. So, here's what my Inquisitors looked like at the start of this month, folks. Maybe like at the very end of October, I don't remember. But, one way or another, like, this is the most recent, you know, it's been a little bit, and now... Whoa, madness, we're in the game. Here we are, folks. This is what my Inquisitors look like. We're close, folks. We are very, very close. And, you know, we already have them Relic 5. Eighth Brother is actually closer than he looks, to some degree, at least. Like, we have enough laptops for one laptop, and we have enough of these pieces. So we need one more laptop. It's a double laptop character. And then... we need to get these pieces. We almost have enough for this. And then this one is the one that's really struggling here. Should we just request some of it real quick? My guild only gave me 4 last time. They're running out of patience for me, I'm sure. Oh yeah, because of frickin' San Holo asking for them. What the heck, man? Tell San Holo he's something that rhymes with holo. All we need is a few more of these, and then we're good to go here. I think I even have the Chirotech. Yeah, so, like, we're good to go on Inquisition. Like, we'll have them easily before the Grand Inquisitor. I think I'll have him done before the start of December, and so, what do we do next? You know, like, that's the question. Like, we're gonna hoard for the Grand Inquisitor gear so that he can get up to, you know, Relic 7, Relic 8, something like that right away. And then, after that, the question is, who do we work on? So, like, we've been making good progress, right? I mean, you guys saw the Inquisitors. Like, I was focused. We got all the gear, everything that we needed. Remember, I kind of had a head start a little bit. Like, I'd been farming them all and everything, but yeah, we're there, folks. We're gonna get Inquisition done in time. We would have been done at any point in December. Now, the question is, who do we go for? Do we want to go for Jabba, Sith Eternal, or Kylo? Now, Jabba, you guys saw, I mean, not only are you getting the really cool rewards, and that's just for that one event. The one event, and you get all of those things. You get a ton of other stuff, including, like, galactic challenges. Probably going to be in the, in future conquests, you know, that you need Hutt Cartel. You're gonna need him for a lot. Not to mention, Jabba's just a great galactic legend anyways. He's just a very strong character. Sith Eternal is obviously a GL, and he helps you upgrade a bunch of ships that I really do need to work on, the pilots and everything. Like, almost all of the things are relevant to me. There's a few that aren't. It's like, Krennic, what are you doing here, bud? What would you say you do here? Kylo, however, is also going to be pretty strong. And so, Here, real quick, let me look at my first order, guys. And the thing is, I know that it's not the very strongest fleet. We just did a fleet comparison the other day. But it would be really nice to get all of these pilots up to where they're at, to where they need to be, and to be able to, you know, take down some actual executors without me having to do some weird stuff with malevolence, because we're going to need malevolence to take down profundities and stuff like that. So, you know, and our previous goal was to get profundity on this account. We got profundity, now we got a Grand Inquisitor, now we got to figure out what we're doing. So obviously we need Sith, we need Emperor Palpatine. He's at relic 5 right now, so that's not going to be a huge deal. He needs 7. And then we need Veteran Han, who he is not geared up at all, so we need him. But otherwise, this seems pretty doable, right? I mean, this seems within arm's reach, and the problem is, guys, Jabba is right now far more desirable to me than Kylo. Kylo can be used to solo the Sith raid, but this is my alt, and I am not running the Sith raid on this account. There's just not something that is something I am not going to do, because I don't have the time. Like, it's 20 minutes every 2 times a week, like 40 extra minutes I could make videos for you. Hey, hit the thumbs up button if that's what you want me to do. No, I mean, but seriously, just hit the thumbs up button whether you want me to hit or not. All right, guys, please. I'm getting demanding and bossy. Here's the thing, guys. This fleet is not the very best, but it would be very nice to have the fleet, and it would be nice to have Kylo. Jabba would be much nicer to have because the new territory battle is going to require him. Frankly, it would help my guild out, but the gear is also a huge part. The gear for this is like half to a third of what it would cost for Jabba. Not to mention, these requirements are squads and characters I can use. I can use them a lot. Finally, and this is actually not a small deal, I can actually, if I get done with Inquisition fast enough, I don't even need Kylo to do this. I have the Datacron available. I have the Phasma Datacron. I can actually apply the Omicron on her as well, and then we can go Lord Vader hunting in Territory Wars, which would also help my guild, and that would help them for, you know, the next, 2 to 3 months, and actually, Phasma can kill a lot of Lord Vader teams anyways, as long as you have them modded correctly. It's just a little bit harder without the Datacron. So, I mean, not to mention, maybe if I get lucky, I could spike a lucky Supreme Leader Kylo Kron, and then we'd be able to use it for maybe a month before, if we farmed them fast enough. So, one way or another, guys, I think First Order is the next order of business, because I think I can get done with them in a month or 2, and maybe the farm for Kylo takes another month or whatever, but you know, the priority, of course, would be the Phasma team, and we'd have to get her to Relic 7 and all that. But I think that's probably what we're gonna do. Other things that I would love to work on in this account, of course, I would love to work on my Bad Batch. The whole team would be really nice. I do a lot of fun things with them, but they just can't fight things that are gonna hit them back at all, and it's just a mess. BB-8 would be nice because, and that's the whole, like, Jedi training raid team, because I have Ben, and we don't have anything to do with Ben unless he's with a decent team, and Jedi training raid is the only way he's going to get any use, really, and BB-8 is kind of one of the linchpins on that team. The Tarkin, he kind of just represents not only you know, just his own self, the Sith Eternal, you know, stuff, whatever, all those requirements, but also all of his fleet stuff, because you can off-meta counter a lot of different teams using Tarkin. You can also use, like, I could really use more relics on Nihilus and that whole Treya squad. That would be really nice. And then finally, the Plo Koon, there's another off-meta counter that I would like to be able to use him for in ships. And, man, ships is really, I mean, that's been the focus on this account for a long time. Now that we have Profundity and Executor, I would still like to work on ships, but I think First Order is going to give me that. It's going to give me a more versatile fleet, and then we can also, the thing is, we also have the gear changes right around the corner, getting more Carbantes and stuff, and that will help us with the Jabba farm quite a bit as well. So let me know what you guys think. This project has always been fun, really enjoyable, guys. So let me know what, yeah, as I said, let me know what your thoughts are. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Zareth and his alt prevail.